Test 1, 2, 3. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Good day, Wafi. Thank you for agreeing to participate in this interview. Before we begin, I would like to briefly explain the purpose of this interview. This interview is conducted solely for an academic or representation assignment. The topic we are exploring is social media and the normalization of disrespectful behaviors. Your participation is completely voluntary, and the information you share today will only be used for educational purposes in our class presentation. It will not be published or used for any other purposes. If there are any questions that make you uncomfortable, you may choose not to answer them and you may stop the interview at any time. Do you understand the purpose of this interview and do you consent to participate?
Yes, I understand the purpose of this interview and I agree to participate.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. My name is Muhammad ZULHUSNI and I am currently pursuing in Bachelor of Applied Language Studies in English Professional Communication. Before we begin with the question, could you briefly introduce yourself?
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad bin Marzizan and I am 20 years old. I am currently pursuing a diploma in asset management at University Technology Mara, UiTM. I currently live in AHLAM, Selangor. Thank you for inviting me to participate in this interview.
Thank you, Wafi. As mentioned earlier, today we will be discussing the topic of social media and the normalization of the respectful behaviors. I appreciate your willingness to share your thoughts and experiences regarding these issues. Without further ado, let's begin with the first question. Do you agree or disagree with the statement that social media is normalizing disrespectful behaviors? Please share your initial thoughts on this.
I agree with the statement to a certain extent. Nowadays, social media has become a major part of our daily life, and many people are exposed to disrespectful content almost every day. Because this behavior receives a lot of attention, likes, and shares, some users may start seeing them as normal. While social media has many benefits, I think it has also contributed to the normalization of rude and toxic behavior online.
Thank you for sharing your opinion. Based on your experience as a social media user, I'd like to know whether you have personally observed such behaviors online. Can you share a specific example or personal experience where you witnessed respectful behavior being widely accepted or praised, such as receiving many likes or shares on platforms like TikTok, ads, Instagram, or etc.?
Yes, one example I often see on TikTok is people making fun of other appearance, accent, or personal mistakes. Even though this video can embrace someone, they often gain thousands of likes and positive comments. Seeing this makes me feel that some users value entertainment more than respecting other people's feelings.
Alright, thank you for the example. Since young people spend a significant amount of time on social media, let's discuss how these trends may affect them. In your opinion, how does exposure to toxic or disrespectful online trends affect the real life behavior and moral values of teenagers and children today?
I think young people are highly influenced by what they see online. If they are constantly exposed to disrespectful content, they may imitate those behaviors without realizing the negative consequences. Over time, this can reduce empathy, respect, and good manners. It may also affect how they communicate with family members, teachers, and friends in real life.
That is an important point. Besides individual users, many people believe social media platforms themselves play a role spreading such as content. Do you think social media companies are doing enough to curb online disrespect, or are their algorithms actually promoting drama and negative behavior just to gain views and engagement?
I believe social media companies are making some effort through community guideline and content moderation. However, I think there is still room for improvement. Many controversial or negative posts tend to receive more engagement, which means the algorithm may continue recommending such content. As a result, users are exposed to more drama and conflict because it attracts attention and increases platform activity.
Thank you for your insight. This leads us to another important issues regarding freedom of expression and the boundaries of respectful communication. Some people argue that with what others call the respectful behaviors is merely freedom of expression, dark humor, or satire. What are your thoughts on this perspective?
I understand that everyone has the right to express their opinions, and humor can be part of online culture. However, freedom of speech should come with responsibility. If a joke or comment humiliates, insults, or harms another person, then I believe it crossed the line from freedom of expression to disrespectful behavior. We should always consider how our words affect others.
Thank you for clarifying your view. Looking ahead, let's consider how could happen if this issue continues to grow in the future. What do you think will happen to our society, interpersonal relationship, and culture values in the near future if this trend of online respect continues unchecked?
If this trend continues, I think society may become less respectful or and more divided. People might find it harder to communicate politely and understand different perspectives. Cultural values such as respect, kindness, and empathy could slowly weaken, especially among younger generation who spend a lot of time on social media.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Finally, I would like to ask about possible solutions to address this issue. In your opinion, what is the most effective ways for parents, educators, or government to prevent respectful online behaviors from becoming the new normal in our community?
I think education is the most effective solution. Parents should guide their children on how to use social media responsibly from a young age. Schools and university can also promote digital citizenship and online ethics through awareness programs. In addition, social media platforms and the government should continue improving policies and enforcement against harmful online behavior. By working together, we can create a healthier and more respectful online environment.
All right, thank you. That brings us to the end of our interview. Thank you, Wafi, for taking the time to share your opinions and experiences with me today. Your insights have been very helpful and will contribute greatly to my oral presentation. As mentioned earlier, your responses will only be used for academic purposes. Thank you once again, and I wish you all the best in your studies. Thank you, Wafi, and good luck. Yalah.